This is a Kenny / Noah video. Now, all right, so Kenneth, it's a recap on what we talked about before the other day. We're basically talking about doing our gable dressings right here and kind of going down 3.5 pieces of siding to the bottom of the 4x4 that will go horizontally level across like this. Then we got one that's going to go right up in the middle to the peak, and then from that point where the center one goes up, we'll go like this at a 45-degree angle, like this I guess it's 45, whatever works and makes sense. So that explains the gable dressings. Noah, make sure when you go to Home Depot that you get the fasteners. Me and Kenneth was talking about getting some of them like 5 or 6 inch long green screws that's got like the star head on them. And what we can do, Kenneth, is just pre-drill a hole like a 1/2 inch down into that with like a bit that's big enough for the head of that other screw to sink down in there about a 1/2 inch. And we'll take some stain and dab it in there on top of it. I think we'll be fine with that. But Noah, don't forget to get those. Those are very important. And as far as connecting the thing together, I think we probably can connect it together with some, Noah, see if we've got long trim screws we can use to fasten this whole thing together as one piece before we actually put it up there. So there's 2 different kind of fasteners for this. Some trim screw, long trim screws for that, and then the super long screws to actually mount it to the rafter. All right, so that explains that. We are still undecisive, Kenneth, on if we are going to do steps right here or if we're going to do a platform. I will keep you posted on that. I don't really know. I think we go with the idea we talked about though with the post right here. Put it, you know what? When we get these posts up here, once you get them cut and everything, Misty and I can come over here and look at it. And we can easily just move these posts over, slide them over and look at them. So right now, at the first place we'll look at them is just put them over 13 inches. So like Misty was saying, we won't cover that light up. Let's start out there. We'll look at, we might want to slide it over, we might not, but just keep that in your mind. It's either going to be on the left side of that light on both sides or dead center on both sides. So we're still undecided exactly on that. All right, so walking on around here again. Something I didn't even talk to you about yesterday is this crawl space door. We got to get the crawl space door. I'm going to actually check in the morning with Blake. That's who we bought. Not Blake, it's Griffin Lumber now. That's the people we bought the trim for this house, all the doors and all that stuff, and see how fast they can get. I would love, the ideal thing here would be an exterior door, a metal exterior door with a threshold on it that will seal off from the elements, basically. That's ideal. We may have to end up getting, if Blake was going to take 3 weeks to get the door, we may have to end up getting a wood door and building a custom frame right here, putting a threshold down and priming and painting a wood door, solid wood door that we've cut to fit this. Unrelated to anything you're doing, I'm just going to go in here and see if this light comes on. Yeah, cool. So the light comes on under here. That's good. All right, so we'll get back to what you're going to be doing. And Noah, remember, I'm trying to get this door. Just remember that for what it's worth. All right, so a little bit of stuff I want to do this deck, Kenneth. It's a little rickety, so we want to shore it up. So Noah, let's get some trim deck screws. Bought some good deck screws for this, just so we can secure like this picket that's coming off right here. And the big thing up here, I think can be solved pretty simply, is these ugly corners. So if we get a 12-foot board right here, or actually get a 16-foot, Noah, one 16-foot 5 1/4, and if we get two 8-foot 5 1/4, then we can redo this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, and make these angles look a lot better. They just look like shit right now. It's crazy, and that'll make it look so much better up here. And as far as the rest of it goes, let's just shore it up some. put some screws in it, make it, and secure it. There's another bad gap. So Noah, get another 16-foot piece and another 8-foot piece. So it looks like you need 1, 2 16-foot 5 1/4 and 1, 2, 3 8-foot 5 1/4 to fix this, and a box of, like I said, screws for it. Guess we'll leave that as is. And oh yeah, Kenneth, we can also secure this vent right here too, this fresh air vent. We can put like some little 1/4-inch screw, stainless steel screws in it or something. Get that secured. And I think that's about it on the exterior stuff. Noah, make sure we get this back over to the house, this wood. I've been talking about that for a minute now. All right, so now we'll go in the house. Kenny, I wish you could do brick. If you're good at tile, what do you think about doing a brick surround right here? What we would do is we would build the hearth. What I'd like to do is get the hearth built up. We probably come out 2 foot from the wall out and then come up to the height of the bottom of this right here. So if this is 12 inches from here down to the floor, then that would be the height of the hearth. Would come out 2 foot and be 12 inches high, basically. And then on the sides right here, I don't see any reason why we should go more than probably 1 brick wide. I don't know if we do 1 brick and then cut another brick in half and then do it so it looks right, but just 1 brick wide would be good. If we went a brick and a half wide, we could do that too. We could go a brick and a half wide. And then at the top, the brick would start, remember the brick would always cover to here on the sides, there on the bottom, and to here on the top, and then kind of come up. So coming up, I think the mantle needs to be, I almost think we come up 2 foot with it, probably. We don't want a mantle sitting way down here. I'll probably look up standard height of mantles too. There's probably gonna be a lot of variances with that. But I'm thinking probably 2 foot from here up the wall, 2 foot. That'd be the bottom of the mantle. The mantle will go across. And Noah, Kenneth said they had stuff to mount the mantle with also at Home Depot. They were some kind of rods that can be fastened to the studs, and then the rods, we drill out holes in the mantle, and the mantle kind of slides on there, and then you can put screws underneath it through the rods or something. So let's be sure to all talk about that later. And hopefully, Kenneth, you can point him in the right direction on what to get, what you want him to get for that. And we also need, this is a note for me and Misty, we need to pick out the stain. I'm almost thinking use the same stain we used on the porch over there at the house. That'll make it real simple. So we got to pick the stain out. Another thing outside too, Kenneth, is we got to, I don't know if I mentioned this to you yesterday, we got to paint, I want you guys to paint the crawl space too. All the foundation, all the way around the house. It's super tall back here. It's like 5.5 foot back here, and in the front it gets real little. So just keep that in mind. We got to properly paint this. And I'll show you a house that I went off of, a design that I like. And we'll try to figure out a way to match that color best as possible. But that's another thing we got to do over here is paint the foundation. Okay. All right, so we talked about the fireplace. And in here, we got to still figure out, we'll just go over one by one what's got to be done in here. We got to do the backsplash in here. I don't know exactly what type of backsplash or the design yet, but I'll definitely get you that. But I do know no matter what the design, where it's going to be put at. So from here, stop it even here, go over. And what I figured here is this opening can have a 36-inch fridge. So, but it can also have a 30-inch fridge, right? So let's come over with the tile, even with the bottom of the cabinet, straight over 6 inches, straight down, straight back on both sides. That way, if someone does decide to get a 30-inch refrigerator, which I hope they don't in this house, at least the tile will be behind there covering that up. But it won't be covering up on the edge up there though. Is one thing. So maybe we should just scratch that. I'll ask that question. Ask me that question again too, Kenneth, if you don't mind, before you actually stick it up on the wall. So there. So backsplash is going across there, and it's going across here. Now we'll just come right up right here to the bottom of this microwave that's going to be in here. We're not worried about going behind the microwave, we're going just to the bottom of it. While we're still in the kitchen, there's some missing baseboard in here. As you can tell, the baseboard's got to be put in, and we probably got to recut the shoe molding after that. And you got some baseboard out here. Noah's already got the base in the living room for that. You don't have to worry about the wire shelving. I'm having a wire shelf guy do that. And oh yeah, we got power over here now, so we got AC. So this thing is climate controlled now too. Need another piece of base right here on the left side of the door, and the shoe's got to be finished. I don't know if that's the best way to do the shoe. I may have you redo the shoe around this because I don't even like that. Noah, how much shoe did you get? Yeah, we got a little piece of base right there too. Noah, just know if you don't have enough shoe molding to go around this, I want to redo the shoe here. We basically want to take the shoe molding right here, run it over, 45 it right here, have this little piece of corner trim come down and just be setting right on top of the shoe molding. I don't know why they did it like this. That's crazy. And that piece of shoe right there, it's got to run all the way over. Well, no, there's actually a piece of base that's going to go there, so it'll probably be good. But Kenneth, you know what we're going to be looking for with this. And Noah, you'll just know if you've got enough of this or not. We need a shoe to go all the way around this bar.
Yeah,
Do you got enough of that, you think?
I got 2 16-foot sticks.
I'd go ahead and get 2 more. Just grab it. But you got to watch this video. It's got some stuff in there that you're going to need to watch. Because I'm explaining like the screws, every type of screw, the stuff to mount this mounted with, all that we got to get here. So just make sure I'm going to send this to you tonight via email and Kenneth, and we can all maybe watch it together. And you can look back on it when you're buying material or whatever. All right, so Kenneth, let's keep going through. I think that was pretty much it in the kitchen. I think Dylan's got to send his guys down here to do some touch-up paint. But we'll see. I mean, you guys could go ahead and clean too if you got like people that just wants to clean. The house is pretty much clean as it is. You just need to take all your stickers off the windows and clean them inside and out and just get it cleaned up real good. We'll talk about that on another note though. All right, so we'll move to the front bedroom here first. And oh yeah, all of the hardware is right here. We got new black hinges, new black doorknobs, and all that. New black door stops. Everything's right there. Walking in here, about the only thing we need to do inside this room is put a piece of sheetrock up here. And let's paint it the same color as the ceiling. This has got to have a panel put over top of this access. This door needs to be adjusted. Anytime we got a door that's sticking, let's adjust it. This door needs to be adjusted. This door is fine. And we'll just go through each room in the house like that and look at it. Now we'll move to the master bedroom. While we're in here, remember, we're going to take this light that's missing right here. We're going to steal it from the master bedroom, and I've got to Noah can bring a fan that we got at the house over here so it can be hung up in the master bedroom. Noah, does that fan got a down rod that's going to work right in here that we got at the house?
We're gonna get a down rod, but I've got the fan in my truck.
Okay, Noah's going to bring the fan in here right now for this. And he's got to, Noah, make sure you remember to get the down rod that he needs for the fan in here. I think this door is good, Kenneth, but check it as far as adjustments is concerned. All right, so walking in the master, this door is good. Walking to the master bath. The kitchen too. We're gonna put hardware on all the doors, and drawers, I guess. So I guess ask me about the height, where we want to put the hardware on these weird the drawers, and I can get Sean's opinion on that too. But yeah, and the kitchen also. So hardware on all the cabinet doors and the kitchen and bathrooms. Now in here, you already know about the shower. It's been torn out basically. Let's make sure we put insulation back in here again. There's some laying in there in the floor in the bedroom in there that can be put back in here on the exterior walls anyway. Now, we probably could salvage this membrane, but let's replace this membrane. 2 reasons. Maybe it got punctured when they was taking this out. I don't know. Second reason is they got it too tight. I don't know if you can see this, but if you look behind there, I'm pressing on this thing pretty good, and it's an inch away from the damn studs. So this was the problem to begin with. He should have undone this fucking membrane, loosened it up, and then re-secured it to these studs so it could move. Because you put backer board down here, man, and it's pulled off the wall. And then it makes the whole damn thing crooked. That's the whole problem with it. It was a mistake he made from the beginning. And Dylan, from a responsibility standpoint, I want you to see this. I want you to understand that I'm pressing as hard as I can, and we still got a 1-inch gap back here. So when this tile guy come over here and looked at this, and he knew he was going to put his backer board on here, then he knew. He should have known. He should have checked and said, if I mount this right here, it's going to be crooked, basically. So he just threw it up here instead of just simply taking and loosening this rubber up and readjusting it so he could put the backer board on here properly. And yes, let's make sure we replace this, because this could have gotten punctured, and it needs to be adjusted. So, and Dylan, Kenneth, we're going to go up the wall 8 foot with a tile, and come over. Let's try to come over. We don't want to get too close to this window ledge right here, so let's keep it about probably an inch past the sheetrock right here. Yeah, and then make sure that the curve is even. Of course, you already know this. Make sure it all looks even. So if this comes down, it's even with the curve. We also got to put base in here. We're missing base there. We're missing base right here. Base here, base here, base all the way around. And then you got shoe molding. Kenneth, also, I'm going to get you to fix these little bitty blemishes of sheetrock repair that we're going to have in here, everywhere. Like right here. Just look through the whole house. But I've noticed it in both bathrooms, really. And again, put our doorknobs and hinges and all that, which that's already here. So let's move. We've talked about that. No benches, just the walls and the floor. We'll give you the tile. We'll give you an idea of what tile we're using and all that. Let's walk into the other bathroom now. There's the fan too, Kenneth. You always just got to get a down rod, which he could probably get like a 1 foot down rod would be good, really. Cool. So let's go into the other bath that we're not going to be able to see. Well, we can see. We got lights now. I forgot. So we can see. Nice. That's very nice. Light above that tub. That looks good. It's done pretty good. The guy done pretty good on the tile in here. The only thing that's stupid is the mistake of not covering this up right here with tile. So now, Kenneth, I'm asking for you to fix these sheetrock issues right here. And Dylan, you're going to be in this video too, and what we'll try to do with this is, once we get the sheetrock done, we're going to try to get your painters back out here to correct the paint, is what we'll do. And Kenneth, see, no base behind the toilet, need base back there, shoe molding put right there. Cabinet pulls put there, doorknob and all that, hinges replaced on the door. This door seems to shut really well, so we should be good on that. Another thing right here in the laundry, I'm going to try to get, this is a 48-inch opening. We don't want to use bifolds because it's going to close in even further our small opening. So what we're going to do is put doors that actually open and close like a regular door. A double 24-inch setup right here. So I'm going to call Blake in the morning and see how quick they can get these. If it's going to take forever to get them, you may be just building, let me see the actual measurements of this. You may be putting 2 door slabs in here. I don't want to do that. That's really tough to do that. You may have to, and what we'll have to do, because we're at 48 and an 1/8 probably, which is probably perfect. But unless you're really good at this, and unless this is really square, which I can promise is not going to be that square, then we may want to take this out and build this as a unit outside of this, and then come back over here and install it and shim it square and true and stuff, and then install it that way, just so you know. So I'm gonna check in the morning and see if I can get that. Not sure yet though on that. All right, so we'll move in here. We'll just check the door in here. Yeah, this door works great. Light comes on. The mirrors and shelves get put in by someone else. We need to replace the hardware. Hinges on both these doors, install the door knobs. I'll take my shoes, flip flops. It's a good day to have flip flops on. All right, this light works. This closet light's not working. I wonder if it's just a blown bulb. So Kenneth, let's check that too. Let's make sure that this closet light works. Let's put a bulb in there, see if it works. It's not working right now. Door shuts good. Door shuts good. Shut this door. I think it shuts good. No, this door scrubs, so this needs to be adjusted, Kenneth. Okay, so Dylan, here's some paint in here. I don't know if I'm showing you this before or not, but there's paint in here. All right, this door shuts good. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That should answer the questions that you might have for me, Kenneth, and Dylan. And the plan B in Dylan is we'll try to get this done, all the trim done. Kenneth and them go ahead and caulk it and all that, and get all the sheetrock repairs done. And then we'll call you and say, hey, can we get the painters back down here? We're ready for them now. And hopefully they'll come back down here and get this fixed, and we can get this thing wrapped up and on the market. Cool. That's going to be it for this video, though.